All right, guys, I'm back. I don't know how long I'll be back for, to be honest with you, but what's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Let me know how it's going in the comments. Hello, Mike. I can't be here moving. Okay. So, what's going on, guys? You guys have any questions? Anything we should be talking about? Just let me know what's going on. Have you guys heard any new news about FEMA and the Carolinas? The whole thing that's going on down there with them? Have you guys heard anything? Because this seems to be. First, FEMA was accused of basically not doing anything or helping and stopping people from coming in. And then there were some reports that people were getting hurt on the other side. And then, I don't know, there's just, and then they put up that website for the disinformation. It's just a big, extravagant nothing. It's really frustrating, you know. I find it to be just bullshit. But yeah, you guys have any questions about we have another hurricane coming, guys. Wednesday, another hurricane is coming. It's gonna hit Florida. I don't know where else, but two hurricanes 2 weeks apart. Okay. BRB forgot something. Okay, Kai. So that's what's going on with FEMA. I don't know what else is going on around the world, guys. The Israel war. We went over last time, or a couple hours ago, why Israel has to exist. It's all so stupid, guys. It's frustrating. But yeah, I'm here for your questions if you guys have any. Got that Swiss cheese brain. Kai, did you email me, by the way? There's a pipeline blown at Modesto. It's always the same, guys. So let me ask you guys a question. 250-foot flames. Wow. Okay. I'm listening. Guys, do you think that not only can they create weather patterns, we know that they can blow clouds away. They did that at the China Olympics. We know about cloud seeding where they can make it rain. I know they can do something with the tectonic plates on the floor of the ocean to mess with the fault lines so that earthquakes happen. We do kind of mess with the environment, and we have for a very long time. The idea that people don't know just blows my mind. Jeeps is here. What's up, Jeeps? Trump and Elon and Butler today. Did you happen to see that the FBI was able to get on that sloped roof and stand on a sloped roof? Remember what they said at first? Why they didn't have someone up there? They said it was a sloped roof. They got one there now. Elon is an interesting character because he has a lot of gravitas and his word pulls weight with a lot of people. Like in a few hundred years, you're going to still be able to read about Elon Musk. It's that kind of like whoa. I remember Into the Rabbit Hole. Okay. Elon is a rock star. Well, he's playing his part perfectly. I could tell you that. They needed an eccentric right wing person who can talk to normal people. It's interesting. He's an interesting dude. I would love to talk to him. Oh my God, I keep running into health problems. Are there any spiritual practices that you know that could help me? What kind of health problems, if you don't mind me asking? Like I said, need the email address again. Into the Rabbit Hole series at gmail.com. Elrock, Marauder, Alka, Thor, Medusa, Dragonfire, Nexrod. I don't know what that is. I've heard of Nexrad though. Allergies, eczema, and alopecia. I mean, that could be diet related. Um, mm, that's a tricky combo. Um, I know with alopecia, they do something with the JAK inhibitors in the body. And people grow their hair back, or it's possible. Talk to a doctor about JAK inhibitors, see what that gets you. The eczema is usually a skin cream, and the allergies, that could just be from what you're eating. I don't know your lifestyle, but I would suggest to remember the longer we are here around on this planet, the more things start to not work in our machine. So, what is this? Abstract in 2025, U.S. Aerospace Forces can own the weather by capitalizing on emerging technologies and focusing development on these technologies to fight war fighting applications such capability offers. Yeah, why wouldn't you just want to send a hurricane to the freaking place or a tornado or a sandstorm or something? Why wouldn't you want to be able to just use that instead of sending human beings? In fact, in the future, if we don't blow each other up with nuclear weapons, the whole wars are going to be fought with AI. Everything, the ships, everything's going to be AI. It's going to be like a remote control. It's going to be like Tesla. It's going to be like that. The warfighter tool to shape the battle space in ways never before possible. It provides opportunities to impact operations across the full spectrum of conflict and is pertinent to all possible future. Oh, I don't want to think about stuff like this. It's the illusion of security, guys, right? That's what they always say. Or that's what I always say, the illusion of security. Anything else going on in the chat, guys? A new storm is approaching. That's correct. Wednesday, it's going to hit. Guys in the chat, do you think it's more likely that you can actually tailor a storm to go in a certain direction, not only just create it? Because we know they can create it. Let me know. Ned draws off the coast of St. Pete, will steer and fuel the storm. Look for flash bursts during live radar. Oh, no. Thanks, Kai. Have an aunt in Naples, Florida. I have friends in Naples, Florida. Hmm. I'm using the text to talk to understand what's okay. Yes, they can push it. The elements are right. So there's lower wind shear from the north. They can push easy direction to it. Okay. Michael, the second moon, will impact our tides, making storm surge even higher than the last storm. I said that to someone, and then they told me that the second moon is only like 35 or 75 feet wide. So I don't even know if that's true, but if that is true, then this would. I don't even understand how to calculate that, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm very attracted towards things that I don't really understand because I want to understand everything. In 1996, I lived in South Tampa. There was a storm, Josephine, everything flooded. We had to wade through the water. We lost everything. Oh, wow. Okay. It's a price to pay to live here, though, right? I've noticed the Africa splitting in half thing and Yellowstone waking. Is Yellowstone correct? If you're talking about Africa, South Africa, if you're talking about um, the white farmers being murdered, yeah, I get it. You know, apartheid supposedly ended, right? I lived Southwest Florida whole life. Right now I'm in Port Charlotte, and I've seen storms do crazy stuff last 20 years. Is anyone else from Florida in here right now? Out of curiosity, are you prepared for the storm? I am on the water of the canal, but I have storm shutters. You just lock everything down. Real easy. No, I mean the continent split in half about 11 feet in some spots. Really? Is there like an overlay map I could see of that? I would like to see that. But I don't believe you, because I do. I just would like to see that. So, guys, I'm not going to be on that much longer. I actually have a tablet that I have to get going on. I'm going to be on Rex's show. Rex is coming on my show next week. And I'm going on his very soon. Yellowstone's been rumbling for a month now. You remember that little hiccup it had that like destroyed the whole walk? That little tiny flare up? Yeah, Yellowstone is enormous and it will destroy half the country. Not natural, far as I've known. Hurricanes don't make sharp turns. Seems there is always a delay and a reason we get to told us why a storm did it what it did. Thank you, Kai. Very cool. Hey, Libby. Peace, y'all. Peace, Micah. I like that kind of energy being brought here. I've lived here for 30 years and I'm turning 50 on 10/10. Well, happy birthday. Congratulations. Uh, and wait, you're in Florida? What part? So, what else is going on, guys? Like I said, I've got a tablet that I've got to work on in a little bit. I'm turning 49. Jesus. I don't know why I said 50. Dementia, I guess. 50 is the new 40. Actually, I don't talk like that. I'll never say something like that again. I apologize. Do you agree someone have been doing different stuff the last 20 years? Well, I was in New York. We got hit with Hurricane Sandy, or just the remnants of it, and we weren't ready for that. Aside from that, I haven't really been storm tracking. I know Hurricane Andrew was terrible. And it always just it's the illusion of security, guys. What's going on, Steven? You want to oh, as usual, sorry. As usual, let me put the link in the comments section. There it is. If you want to come on for a few minutes and just chat, feel free. Sometimes people come on. I've had people on the last couple of days. Iblis, you're in spring. I'm in Tampa. Steven, you're in Tampa too. Everybody's in Tampa or everybody's in Florida. I'm learning this. Steven Southers lived in Asheville. So what have you been hearing about the people at home? Puff Daddy has a tattoo of a Zili Danter on his back. Do you have any insight on this deity? No, but I know someone who might. I'll get back to you. See, Steven was from there, and he even. It is a land grab. BlackRock with the contract, $90 million. You see how many acres Oprah picked up in Maui? Greedy motherfuckers, all of them. All of them, all of them, all of them are just greedy motherfuckers. How does the call work? Do you need specific equipment? No. Just if you're on your phone or your computer, click this link that I shared, and you'll pop up right there, and I'll bring you on. When are people going to stand up? Well, I, for one, think that when the pedophilia stuff drops, all of it, and then it's now impossible for people to ever ignore it again. I think it's going to happen.
You there?
Hello, Kai.
Hey, hey.
How are you?
I'm still alive.
Yeah, good.
That's doing something these days.
Mm-hmm. So what are you up to with yourself?
Well, here lately, just trying to make sense of all this shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my lord, it's something every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here lately, it's been 3 or 4 things a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're super into. I mean, it's almost like an IQ test for the country that most of it's failing. You know, they're basically showing it flat out. Look what we're doing, and nobody sees it. They're still worrying about the Democrat, the Republican. You know, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter. What color hair can you have? What sex can you call yourself? What pronouns? Most unimportant crap you can think of.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping to realize that if any of the rules that they had originally put down and that Constitution ever meant anything, they've got every kind of safeguard in there you can think of. One of them is that just me, a piece of dirtbag eater, if I'm standing near somebody and I see, if I'm smart enough to see that they're committing an open act of treason, blatant act of treason, and I stand there and watch it, I'm complacent in that act because I didn't stop it. And there's nobody doing shit about anything.
No. There were stories that the FEMA director that was down there in Carolina that wasn't giving people access to things got jumped. Did you hear that?
Yeah, they got straight blocked. I watched the video, a couple versions of it, a couple interviews
getting body slammed, right?
of the helicopter pilot that had went up there, and he landed. He rescued the wife. He had to leave his son, who was co-piloting for him. He takes and he drops off the wife, and rescue guy comes up to him bitching, calls the cops over. The cops tell him, if you go back up there, we're going to arrest you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, God does what any father would tell him. You know, well, I'm not going to leave my son up there. I don't know what to tell you. And he closed the door and took off. He went and picked up his son and went back to the state he lives in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Jump up there and arrest him?
True. We have a comment here. Libby Lou says, Kai, this is all a ploy to bring the energy of the people down. Keep your head up.
Exactly. Man, and it's all it is to create division and stress. The more we're looking at and bitching at and arguing with each other, the less time we're spending looking at what they're doing to us.
Yeah.
So they're gonna I mean, like the disclosure thing. Yes, aliens, extraterrestrial does not necessarily mean aliens.
I've been told that when they use the word disclosure, it doesn't just mean it doesn't have to necessarily mean aliens. It has to be it could be like a weapons showcase for the new ones.
Exactly. And then that term ET, it doesn't necessarily mean an alien. I mean, we're terrestrial. We're terrestrial beings. Extraterrestrial just means ones we don't know about. Like Bigfoot. Which I'm pretty sure there's something out there like him, but I don't think it's what we think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. So what area in the country are you from?
I'm in Montgomery County, Tennessee.
Oh, Lord. Were you hit?
No. We got a little bit of rain, and that was about it. It's actually sunny and nice here now. Okay. You would never know that there was a storm.
But parts of Tennessee did get slammed, right?
Okay, lower East Tennessee, well, all of East Tennessee, really. That whole side, a lot of Georgia, a lot of North Carolina, and it's widespread. It's every picture I've seen, it looks like a war zone,
Hmm.
and some of them look worse than others. And see, there was a lady in Asheville that was being interviewed by a YouTuber, and she was just about to break down crying. And she was talking about that FEMA had showed up and took a list of what they needed, and they had a lady there with the baby that was crying from being hungry. And they took the list and they left, and they haven't seen them since.
Really?
And yeah, and she said that the water is draining now, and of course all the debris and everything are going to flow with that water, and it's going to pile up in places. And she says that the stench of the dead bodies is unbearable.
Yeah, I think you said that to me. I'm very familiar with that phrase today for some reason.
The way that she said it and the way she was breaking down crying, there's no way I could not believe her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't get that waver in your voice without just being bent in emotion.
Right.
and they're just not doing anything. And Paul, we're watching all this stuff that they're doing to us right now. They're, like this group and this community is trying to figure out what else they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many things that they're capable of doing. God only knows. If they decide they want to get rid of America, it's only going to take them about a 32-foot piece of tungsten steel. I think that weighs just a little over 2,200 pounds, right at a ton. And it's got a rocket model engine on the back of it. And they'll aim that where they want to go, and that model rocket engine will fire off and gravity takes over. That's what took out Tonga Tonga. And I had a video of that going in. It was a clip, just the guy isolated that frame, and you can only see it. It's moving so fast, you can see it in one frame. You see a smudge and you see an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff they're doing. The blue beam crap, that's another plan. With the fake UFOs, they've got a whole bunch of Yugo style UFOs. Look like
now,
the cheapest.
I thought Blue Beam had to be a religious figure.
That is one of them, the holograms, because
well, remember we saw Tupac at Coachella a few years ago. Pretty good job. And now we see all those.
That hologram, and they can either do the religious fake out, or they can do the take their little Yugo, and I swear to God, that's what it made me think of, was the Yugos, and they're just the cheapest looking knockoff UFO things you can think of. They don't even look impressive. Looks like a pill or something. Not even the Tic Tacs that you see. And they can take those and just fly a bunch of them around, and then shoot a giant alien hologram up into the sky, surrender to us, we are your overlords, and the dumb people will buy it.
Why do that when they already have synchronized swimming for freaking drones? You can put like 40,000 of them, and they'll make Godzilla walking across the land or something.
Yeah, but it wouldn't look like a hologram, though.
That's true.
I mean, and those drones. Have you seen the little clip? It's a little short where this guy caught a face by the moon, and it's hanging just above and behind the moon, and it looks exactly like a face.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, and I've always wondered, is that testing of that blue beam technology, or did they somehow do that with drones? But really, I think it would be the testing of the blue beam, just because that'd be the biggest scale I could think of to do it on. If you can do it there, you can do it
optics wise, this could only Blue beam could only go out after after the Israel war.
Yeah,
It has to go through the war.
yeah. If it's
Because
the religious thing, it's got to be the
it's got to
religious thing.
change by who wins.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when are they going to decide to pop that cork?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I know everybody's heard about the bombings in Israel and stuff. One of the clips that I saw, I swear to God, it was from a big old distance, and it looked like an atom bomb. It looked like a freaking nuke went off. It didn't look like a bomb. It looked like a nuke. Except instead of the 1941 black and white test footage, it was in color and at night.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I mean, it's ridiculous, all the stuff that's going on. And the biggest reason that they're doing this stuff, I think, it's my opinion, is that back in the day before we had all this nice technology that we've got now again, it was so easy to control everybody with a few stories and a couple guys in each town. And there weren't, it'd take a month to get a letter to somebody. You have to save up for a week and a half to send a telegraph.
Mm-hmm.
And so there wasn't any communication. Now, if I hear about something and I've got your phone number, I can tell you about it while it's happening if I'm quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's got them exposed, because there's so many people interconnected now. What did you hear? What did you hear? This little movement that we're in, the only reason it's gotten so far as it's gotten is hearsay and gossip. And picking that hearsay and gossip out, the true part from the fake that they try to push to cover it up. It's like you said, you're never gonna make anybody mad, with incorrect information. But if you're right and they don't like it, they're gonna come after you like a mad dog.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's 100% correct. People will not forgive you if you're right and you prove them wrong with you being right.
Yeah, they hate that. That's the best way to just set an ass on fire.
So I got 2 quotes here. Steven said, "Know what, Kai? That was a meteor. LOL, that will be their story."
Yeah, but they didn't even say meteor. They just said it was a freak explosion. And the thing that gets me, and this is another thing that's had me upset for the last month or so. For the last few years, I've been frequenting channel Bruce Sees All. And he was amateur astronomer to the point that he quit his job and that's all he did. And he was getting some amazing footage. I mean, just amazing footage. Close-ups that just astounding. He made a one-in-a-lifetime capture of the horizon of the moon, and he's focused in. He's zooming along, and this little door pops up, and a thing shoots out, and the door pops down. After that, his channel really started catching hell. And about 2 months ago, he was saying, they might take me out for showing you this. Well, September 7th, he was found in his living room.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was gone. Now, generally, you pass from natural causes, it's like a 3-hour deal, and they've got you out of there.
I don't know.
Living room floor from 7:30 a.m. until 11:30 that night.
Really?
And they didn't let anybody move anything. And to me, that sounds like they automatically walked in there and said, well, this ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
And the real thing that gets me is for 2 or 3 months before that happened, he had been saying they could take me out for showing you this. And lo and behold, less than 3 months later, he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I think I'd been on his channel and a moderator there from like a year and a half after he started. I mean, it was to the point that, we emailed each other and all that good stuff. And I was trying to make a trip up to Canada to visit him, but that ain't gonna happen now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everybody on the channel, when they found out, they were immediately suspicious of what had happened, simply because of the stuff he was showing. And the stuff he's showing, he's an ex-bus driver. And he got the hots for a telescope, and he decided to do that. I don't believe he would ever fake anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see how he'd have time, because 8 hours filming, and then you got to pick back through and pick out any catches that you've got, and then get them in a format to show them, and then get them uploaded, and very time consuming just right there. He also musician. Oh God, what was that other crap that he did? I mean, he did like 2 or 3 different things. He didn't have time to do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, it was his little career that he had made for himself on YouTube, and his son. And no crap. He's showing the tower. He snuck in a clip where he circled a crater. It was kind of interesting, but just up into the right-hand side of that crater, it looks like that castle everybody keeps talking about. One of the first things I noticed. That was about 3 weeks before he died. And I think what he pushed the envelope a little too far, and they shut him up. Because I don't think it's aliens up there. I think it's us. And I think, like, oh God, they were talking about the 300-year-old in a new body kind of stuff. And I think that's what takes place. Like with Queen Elizabeth, when she died, caught that little clip of, no, she's dead. It's permanent. She's trapped.
Mm-hmm.
So that suggests there's some way to recover that soul with the memories encoded on it and put it into a new body.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Else, they have made the remark that she's trapped. Death is permanent. Yeah, you're trapped. I mean, it goes without saying, but they said it.
True. All right, Kai. Well, Kai, thank you for swinging by and stopping by.
Oh, yeah. Sorry I ran off at the mouth too much.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Come on tomorrow if you want.
Oh, yeah. I'll click back in chat.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man. Much love.
All right. Much love. All right, guys. So, 45 minutes in. Yeah. Yeah, I got to do this tablet, this Sumerian tablet. I'm going to do the Sumerian tablet, and I can't do it tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be on to do it. Thanks, guys.